usual, Tim Slagle on the weekly wrap. Now we come to one of those segments we toss in every now and then called Wolf's World Tim's Town. And it would be good if I actually knew the rules, whatever on this. I'm kind of like, what's her name? Bialik, who used to be on, she's the host of
My,
Jeopardy.
Oh, okay.
Mayim Bialik, and apparently she doesn't know the rules. It's in the form of a question. Okay.
Well, it's like maybe it's like Calvin Ball.
Yeah,
The rules change as the game goes
right,
on.
right. So I don't know the rules exactly, but it's a fun segment, and Chris helps us out on it. So Chris, let's do it.
Well, to refresh everyone's memory since it's been a while,
Yeah.
I go through your guys' social media feeds and find interesting or tweets I have questions about or
Sure.
funny tweets, and you get extra mileage out of your tweets that may not have enough deserved likes. How's that?
Sure. I appreciate that. So let's go.
So as always, we start with Bruce.
Of course.
And here's the first one. Bruce.
Yeah.
We start with a famed golfer slash much better looking female. Greatest tweet thread cliffhanger history right here. This is a page about a post about Paige Sporonic, and it ends with you can go and explain.
Okay, well, so Paige Sporonic is this. She's an actual golfer. I mean, she's really good. She's not on the tour. She might have been at one point, but she's really good, and she's, hubbla hubbla vavavavumski, as somebody once said. And so she tweeted she wanted to thank Golf Digest for the feature in their latest issue on her, and she said the feature covers my upbringing, career, and inside look into my complicated feelings around golf, how I built my business, and my decision to use my, and then there are ellipses, ... and of course it says show more for the next tweet. And I gotta say, that's the greatest tweet thread cliffhanger in history. Yeah, right. Show what? Come on, honey. All right.
It's the Golf Digest swimsuit issue.
Yeah. Now, when Liv and PGA got together, I said it was the greatest merger since Paige put on her bra this morning. So, all right. When you get a laugh from Tim Slagle, even though I pay for, most of them, that was a genuine laugh. All right. So let's do the next tweet.
So now we go to Tim's Town. And Tim, this was a tweet you had. I thought deserved a little more traction. It is, here we go. The purpose of the justice system is to find people who commit crimes, not find crimes that can commit people. Ooh, were you very proud of this one? And Bruce, why didn't you retweet this? This was very good.
Oh,
it's like a Yakov
Smirnoff.
It's like a Yakov Smirnoff joke, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
In my country, we find crimes that commit people.
No, it's either Yakov Smirnoff or G.K. Chesterton. It's very, it's no, that's really it's a great observation, and I'm going to search it on Twitter and retweet it. No question about it.
Okay, we go back to Wolf's World, who Bruce is foretelling the next tweet.
Okay.
Which is his great joke that he just did.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that you were going to do that. Okay. Well, it bears repeating. I mean, she's got two of them, right? So, yeah, there we go.
Yeah. So it was, to me, this was all just an excuse to show more pictures of a page.
Look, Twitter, she put him on. Oh, for you to show more pictures. Yes. I mean, she's a very good looking woman who, and here's the thing. There was a CBS golf announcer named Ben Wright who was fired. He was one of those guys with a British accent, so that's automatically makes them authentic. And he got fired because he made a comment. This is like in the 80s, because he made a comment about how women who are well endowed have a handicap as far as golf goes because it just gets in the way.
Sure.
But it doesn't seem to get in the way of Paige Sporonic. So roll over Ben Wright or bend over Ben Wright, whatever. So
yeah, I'm just reminded of the joke that I don't think I can tell, but I can repeat the punchline. And,
sure.
It's a golf joke, and the punchline is, "I think your stance is too wide."
Okay. You'll tell me off the air. I should be able to infer.
I figure you're a golfer. You know the joke.
No, and I know.
I thought everyone knew.
I know all the golf jokes. Well, okay, that was that. Thanks for. I'm glad we ran that whole Page Sporonic thing into the ground. That's what I had hoped
It's
for.
like a Jeopardy joke. You can just get the
Oh,
punchline.
I love it.
Still haven't figured it out. All right, on to Tim's Town. Tim, this one I thought also a solid one. Fairly recent. Because of the writer's strike, all the late night shows will be airing reruns. On the bright side, very few viewers will notice these were last year's Trump's jokes.
Yeah, there we
Yeah.
go. Yeah,
Or
yeah,
the year before, or the year before that, or
yeah.
the. It's. I mean, I haven't. I don't think I've seen any new Trump jokes. I mean, they're all kind of.
No, right. I mean, and
It's
that's one of
hard
the.
to. It's hard to parody someone who himself is a parody. I think that's
Oh, I mean,
somebody
he's in.
said that.
I think it was Tom Wolfe. If we can elevate this conversation, uh, Tom Wolfe, who said, the next morning's newspaper has put all the novelists out of business. You can't make this stuff up. Yeah. Oh,
Hmm.
did
So
I
we didn't.
sound lofty enough?
Yeah.
Tom Wolfe was actually that lofty. I mean, he was. I loved Bonfire of the Vanities. It went
Sounds
like
like
1,000 pages. I wanted it to continue, and I don't really like to read novels all that much. But then I kind of got tired of Tom Wolfe because it was the same novel over and over again. The next one was the same one as that one. So okay, I got a little bored.
it sounds like you're channeling William F. Buckley there.
Oh, right now,
Yeah.
and I wasn't even trying to
Tom
do
Wolfe.
I wasn't even trying to do an imitation of Tom Wolfe. This is what I tried to do. My tongue is so long. I'm the only person in the world who can lick an envelope when it's already in the mailbox. That was the David Fry impersonation. Okay.
Perhaps we do a new segment where we reenact the Gore Vidal and
Oh my God. I'll punch you in your goddamn face. Oh my God. And you know what? You know what the most embarrassing thing about it, if you ever see a kinescope of that, it's not what they said. They're wearing these earpieces that look like they have cauliflower ears. I mean, it's just. I mean, now they have hearing aids that you can't even see. They look like Advil. You could swallow them. But the earpieces that they have are just. That's the most embarrassing part. Also, partly that Howard K. Smith did have to tell them to shut up. Just, all right, there you go.
back to Wolf's World.
Yes.
This one you might not understand until I tell you why here. But you posted a retweet of Joe Buck,
Right.
and I don't know why.
Because Joe Buck had said that a friend of his named Wyatt Kelb recorded this from the back of the booth when the Cubs won it all in Game 7 in 2016. It was never before seen footage, and he's joking about that, of course. But it is Game 7 of the World Series with some private video from a cell phone, so which prompted me to respond to Joe Buck thusly. Do you want to read that, Chris?
You can read it.
I thought that game was authorized under rights granted permitted by Major League Baseball, and any publication, reproduction, or use of the pictures, descriptions, and accounts of the game without the express written consent of Major League Baseball was, well, okay by me. I wish they'd already done. They always read that disclaimer, and I wish they just said, "Go ahead and do it." What?
Two things on this one. Did you by memory, or did you have to look up the
No, I
exact
know it.
thing? You know it
I know
by
it because I
absolute
wanted to
heart.
be a
Okay.
baseball announcer. I wanted to be a baseball announcer, and I thought one of the coolest thing was reading the legal
I
jargon.
don't think they read it anymore. I think we just flash it on the screen.
Probably I don't think they read it anymore. But when every game they would say that. It was just amazing to me, all the legal mumbo jumbo that they had thrown in there. As a matter of fact, the one inning of play-by-play I ever did, and we don't have time to tell this whole story, but I got to do it as my character, Chet Chit Chat. It was a Cubs White Sox game in 1987, and I did that disclaimer there, or that warning, and I said, I said it was okay by me. And Don Drysdale, who was the color announcer, former great Major League Baseball pitcher, absolutely loved it when I did that. So that was only that up until now, with the Tim and a Krispy Kreme logo behind him was the greatest thrill of my broadcasting career. But
Really
I'm going
quickly
to cry right now.
Really quickly on this one as well. I watched the clip as well, and I'm not a huge Joe Buck fan, but I don't hate him as much as other people do.
Yeah.
And he did something that Jason Benetti would not do, which is allowed the game to breathe after the seventh out. Benetti would just talk over it, and
Wait a minute. What, is this the final moment, the Chris Bryant iconic moment when he's smiling as he's poised to throw to first base and the
this is the end of the
series?
game.
Yeah, but you can see the runner going to first base.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? You know
Joe
what?
Buck just lets the game breathe after
you know what, Chris? You're fired. I'm sick of you. You know what? I think, first of all, Joe Buck got that from Vin Scully. The pregnant pause. I won't say anything now for a minute and a half. I think Jason Benetti would let the seventh game go. This poor Jason Benetti is announcing the Chicago White Sox, for crying out loud. He better keep us awake by saying things. All right, that's all I'm going to say.
But I also think Jason Benetti does an okay job at football. Where you have to. I just think he stinks at baseball because his stories and his jokes are completely unfunny. It's just torturous to me, and that's why I bought the MLB app just so I can listen to the radio broadcasts.
Why don't you do like an anti-Jason Benetti podcast? I don't think there's one out there.
I went to try, so I think he's protected as well because I went to find a clip of him, a bad clip of him. And there's no post of any bad clips of him doing something stupid on YouTube, which I think is absolutely.
I got to tell you, I don't have enough sample size because I just can't bear to watch baseball that much. But every time I've seen it with Steve Stone, I think they're informative and entertaining. I don't know what you're talking about, and I'd like to hear the bad stuff. That's what we should do the next show about. Tim, just get out of here. Go home.
I think what you should do, Chris, is just start recording the games without the express permission of Major League Baseball.
Well done.
Bruce Wolf, Tim Slagle on the Weekly Wrap.